If you can invest $5 a day, which will win? Index fund or ETF? One brings you easy automation while the other provides tax efficiency and flexibility. Pick wrong and you could lose thousands in return through fees, spreads, and taxes you never see. Let me show you the right choice for your account in 3 easy steps. Hi, I'm Telex from Successful Trading. I've been coaching on this channel since 2019, and today we bring you part 3 of our series on passive investing with this perennial question on index funds versus ETF. Over the next few minutes, we are going to talk about what they are, how they actually differ, and a quick decision tree to help you in your setup. Without any further ado, let us go ahead and dive in. Okay, so last week we talked about passive investing. So now we are going a further down into the line and bringing you actually how you will go about setting up a passive investing account and investment of that type. So the choices of the vehicle for that that you have are index funds or ETF. So here today we will be comparing those two in terms of differences and similarity. The first thing to remember is the fact that index funds they are only traded at the end of the day. So while the market is open, you cannot trade them. You only buy them at the closing price. Whereas for ETF, these can be traded all day long during the market hours. Example of ETF, there's a famous ETF that you know on this channel, SPY, QQQ, or IWM. We will go into detail in those in weeks to come. The other thing here for index funds is that most people they tend to buy and hold these for a long time for index funds. So you will find those in the 401k, for instance. Both have very low cost, and you can do dividend reinvestment for inside of an index fund. On the other hand, an ETF is very tax efficient. You can buy them even at the fractional share, meaning that with $5, I think on this channel we have showed half with $5, $10, you can buy fractional shares of QQQ. So they are available for instant trading as well. Now, in terms of head-to-head, if we want to summarize this first likes and difference. Trading, yes, anytime for an ETF, only once a day for the index fund. Minimum requirement, especially for beginners, right? A beginner with a very small account may have difficulty buying an index fund to start off. You need over $1,000 for an index fund. For an ETF, well, if I have $1, I will buy partial shares of the ETF, QQQ, or SPY. The fees are relatively low for trading those. Now, if we want to automate your trading, the best choice most likely is going to be to go for the index fund. So now that we have defined what make them alike and what make them different, which one will you choose? The answer here will depend on the type of account that you have. So choose an index fund if you are targeting a 401k retirement plan. If you want automatic investing, for instance, and if the money that you have is coming through payroll deduction of the likes, right? So, but if you want, you're starting with small amount of money with your brokerage account, you can go with an ETF very easily. And again, you have the ability to trade even heavy stocks such as Nvidia, Apple, Broadcom, and the like through the ETFs. Yes, this is something we will be bringing next week here. The breakdown of the holding inside of these ETF and index funds. So once you get to know this, the next step or the next question we have in our mind is, but how about the performance? Doesn't that matter? Yes, it matters. Well, the surprising truth is that both ETFs and index fund, right, they track the same index overall. So most of them, they will be tracking the overall market, the Standard & Poor's, the S&P 500, which are the 500 most important company in the US. Here, for instance, here I'm giving you an example. VTSAX, yeah, that's an index fund that you can find inside institutions such as Vanguard or Fidelity. The return is 10.1. over this average, the recent average. The VTI, which is an ETF, will also be at 10.1. So in terms of return, they are actually the same. The real difference here comes from the structural and the convenience that they bring in the type of account that you are trading them. So this here, you could be wondering, how is this actually possible? Something happened here inside of this fund, which is called rebalancing, because since they're tracking the same fund, and the fund at the end of quarters, typically you have rebalancing, meaning that they will need to sell certain companies in to make the ratio the same across. This is something that's happening, and for active traders, this is something that we take um, advantage of at the end of the quarter. So one day we will do a live on here to see when rebalancing is happening, what's happened to QQQ in the last 5 minutes of the trading session. That's the fun part. So back to here for us into deciding index fund versus ETF. What strategy work best? How about the best of both? Well, you use both in this case, right? In your 401k account, you could have index funds that are tracking the S&P, and then on a taxable account, meaning a regular brokerage account, which is more tax efficient, you could trade ETFs. So here's an example on here. We have other index funds that we will be bringing here. So this one is a standard one, easy to find across the board, but there are some others that you may find just at certain brokers, but definitely accessible. So we will be bringing that and comparing them in terms of their holdings. While we say that, some of the mistakes on here into, okay, once you are ready to make this choice and set up your account, okay, switching between index funds and ETFs is not. We talked about that in the last video about passive investing, is not something you want to do. Or trying to time the ETF to say, okay, somebody say, or a technical analysis mentioned that, oh, QQQ is about to break out. Don't ignore the expenses ratio or overthinking your choice. So we say passive investing is something you set in stone and just let it ride for the most part. So in conclusion here's our decision. Ask yourself this question. Are you mainly investing through a 401k? If that's the case, choose index funds. Are you investing through a brokerage, a taxable account? So choose ETFs. Do you want maximum automation? Choose an index fund. Do you need flexibility and low minimum to start trading? In that case, ETFs are better for you. So that's in a nutshell the difference between index fund and ETFs. So in the next video, which will be part 4 of our series on passive investing, we will be bringing you the breakdown of some of the index fund that I've been investing in myself, so that we can compare the holding and answer the question. For instance, if the friend asks you, oh, are you investing in Nvidia? You may say, oh, no, I didn't buy Nvidia stock. No, you actually have Nvidia stock if you're trading one of these index funds or ETF. Until then, have a nice evening, have a nice day wherever you're watching from. Bye bye.